Welcome back to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime anime review episode number 13. Sweet. First, I should point out though, man, it's been a while since I've actually had an interview series reach this high. Yeah. So, with this one, basically, I'm discussing episodes 34 to 36 and 34.36.5. Yeah. In case you're curious, though, about 36.5, mostly put, it's another recap episode. I think it's the second one they've had in this. Actually, no, the third one they've had in this series so far. Now, before I continue with that, 34 to 36. We pick up right where the last one left off, where you have basically everyone going to designated areas. And you have Benny Ra revving his group first, and his mind is like, it's payback for killing Shion and my friends. And he proceeds to kill all of them. And he also destroys the crystal that's there. Now, in the case of the groups, now in the case of ninjas, they have no problem with theirs. Yeah, Shoan basically has no problem with his. His was pretty easy. The Orc King basically had, of course, his group. The Orc King, the instructor, and Gabata fought a couple of the Outwarders. The third one never got a chance to fight because she was sleeping. And then all of a sudden, oh, we hear all this noise. She wakes up now. And then she just killed one of her companions. Just for power. Seriously. I'm like, what was the point of bringing these characters in if you're just going to kill them off just a few episodes after you introduce them? Which has happened in book 2. I think killing her off was a mistake. Yes, I have to fault that. Not necessarily the anime. I got to fault the Foos, the writer of the books. Because, don't know much about this character. Yeah, she doesn't like the world, but maybe get a little bit more about her. I'm not really always a big fan of killing off female characters very much because I like seeing women in this series. Especially this one was actually a really lovely woman. So, this guy who then battles the Orc Lord, the Orc King, excuse me, battles him for quite a while, including the instructor. You have the sorcerer show up, and then he retreats, and then you have the sorcerer take possession of the Outwarder's body. Now, as for why in the world, now, the guy himself all had Ultra Generation. Why he decided to do this, do not know. And then Rimuru decided to do something kind of ingenious. What was this? Oh, yeah. Rimuru basically went to the Allied camp. Didn't go to a marching army. He went to a camp. And he proceeded to fire this weird laser thing and proceed to kill 10,000 soldiers. And it was up to the point where they were down to just 3 people left. Yes, seriously. All of a sudden, just the king, the archbishop, and a sorcerer. Like, they had one knight who was basically one of their captains. He gets killed pretty easily. All he get basically shot in the head. I'm like, wow. And then, of course, there's all offers so you can become a full-fledged demon lord. And before he evolves, basically, like, okay, so he takes the king and the archbishop into custody because there's some convincing not to kill them, despite the fact he really wanted to kill them. So he takes these two into custody for daring to start a war with his country. And as for the sorcerer himself, well, he thinks he killed them all, but he was the one left. So he decides to do a demon summoning. Summons 3 demons, one of whom happens to be someone who actually will stick around. So then the one demon, then they proceed to track down the sorcerer. The sorcerer, he, of course, beats the sorcerer and brings him back. And, of course, Rogo, of course. Now, of course, Rimuru was going through the process because he completed his task of, like, killing 10,000 soldiers. So he's basically evolving. And Raga basically hurried back to the city of Rimuru, put him on a pedestal, and it proceeds to evolve. And then the evolution is completed, and then pretty much everybody who's connected to Rimuru starts evolving. Yes, what is this, freaking Pokemon? Yep, they evolve. And, well, it's not mentioned exactly what they go through. It's referred to as the Harvest Festival, this particular ceremony is. And, of course, with Rimuru now becoming an official Demon Lord, and also the Great Sage has changed his name Great Sage to Raphael, which, from Rimuru's perspective, and this is mentioned in the book too, Raphael, an angel, which I don't remember an angel named Raphael. The only time I think of the name Raphael is a couple different names. the obvious one is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the hot-headed one of the group, and the guy who Raphael, the character, is named after. From what I've read about Raphael, I believe he's a I believe he's a. I think he's a sculptor, if I'm not mistaken. He's not very well known Renaissance artist. I mean, at least Da Vinci and Michelangelo, at least those two well known. But in the case of Raphael, not exactly really big known one. Not really. But the only angels I can think of are Michael, and yeah, Michael's one of them, and Gabriel or Gabriella. Those ones I can think of. Raphael's not one I think of when it comes to an angel. And of course, the Raphael takes possession of Remu to basically revive everybody who died. And at the end of when I think it was episode 35, we see she open her eyes. Oh, and they do a flashback. This I found to be so hilarious. Where Benny Mario basically comes with a password to know it's basically, well, Rimuru. Mentioned Shion's cooking, well, it says a different phrase in the anime, tastes like crap. And Rimuru just goes with it. And then, of course, I try to say the phrase again. This time with Shion there. And this is so funny. And then he completes the phrase, but he says, oh yeah, this one, I said that. It was Benny Mario's idea to do it, which I found to be so funny. Yep. Then pretty much like, and of course, then she hands out Rimuru to Benny Mario. Then of course Rimuru decides, and of course he has to do something with Diablo. Well, actually that's what he names him, Diablo, the demon that he summoned. And then he goes to the sealed cave, where before he got there, he basically found, oh, he can actually free Valdora now. And it creates a body double for him. And, well, you see the first appearance of his human form in the anime for Valdora. And he has a basically big boasting. And the of the clip show that happens right afterwards. By the way, 36 is actually the end of part 1 of the anime. And then pretty much with 37, basically, we start part 2. And 37.5 is probably just a recap, basically, of anything people missed. So, the only thing kind of new here is that we find out that apparently Valdora has a new skill. It goes Faust. And, of course, Ehit basically has new skill, more training, too. And then it leads basically the end of 36. Gotta say, 3 really good episodes. And I like the fact the club show basically kind of expands about some stuff, which is kind of nice. But next review is going to be the last 2 episodes of that book 5. But before I do, my next video is going to be Comic Corner. I got to eat some dinner. And after I do that next video, at dinner in the next video, I'll do the next 2 episodes, and I'll go ahead and start watching Shaman King. Okay? Next video. Bye.